Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. I'm moving the microphone so it's not garbled. How do we get her here with us? She's an international superstar traveling the world, but her name is Sarah Fraser.
I mean, meanwhile, the only world travel that I've done is I went out to Pomona for the Los Angeles County Fair this weekend for Mother's Day. I mean, what a huge traveler.
You are just killing it traveling the world, and you're getting ready for a major stay-at-home pajama party. And tickets we've just been listed on Eventbrite as low ticket count. So we have access to what is available. You guys better buy. I'm serious. Because let me tell you, I have all these like friends that say they want to come. And I'm like, you better, first of all, don't even buy. Let the actual listeners buy. But this shit really is going to sell out. Like we're not playing here.
You're 3 weeks away still and a little less. And we are going to sell out. To get listed as low ticket count on Eventbrite is very hard because
Really?
it's a sign of the times, y'all. But everybody has their hand out now. I don't care if you're on Facebook or Instagram, people always say, I can't grow anymore. TikTok, I can't grow. That's
They
because
want you to pay.
they want you to pay, or they want you to become a TikTok shopper where you sell all their garbage on TikTok and then you get prioritized. It's like, who the hell wants to sit there all day and be a QVC actress?
You know what? I'm not even on TikTok, nor
Smart.
I had an intern that ran my TikTok 2 summers ago. I was like, do whatever you want. And I think she grew it a little bit. And I'm like, I just
Did.
don't care to do it. I literally, if I can't make money off, so we know how I say you'll never hear from me again if I don't have this job. I mean, you will, but like the world will think I'm dead. I'm not into social media. I don't like it. I'm not doing it when I step away from this career, which is
I mean,
required for it.
I have had videos go viral at 7 million views on TikTok. I will tell you, I think the most I've ever made in a month was I think I had 7 million views or 10 million views. I made $120.
The money is
Can you
not in
imagine?
the
Can you imagine?
money. No, the money is in a podcast that is on a public channel.
And don't even get me started on YouTube, although I'm not a YouTube expert, but I mean, honey, hundreds of thousands of views, you make peanuts,
If
peanut
you,
butter.
as you know, I do a course consulting on the side. If you are big on YouTube and that is your main bread and butter, yes, you're also leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table based on the algorithm. That is correct.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You
Anyway.
know who is not leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table at the moment is Mr. Andy Cohen has been cleared of the charges by Bravo, but Garagos and Leah McSweeney's attorney have some words of advice for Mr. Cohen. They have a few things to say.
David, I have been so anxious to get you on this podcast because I need to hear all your thoughts. Mr. Cohen had a very eventful past 10 days. So he did a Hollywood Reporter article where for the very
Which
first
came out
time.
right before he was cleared. I think these two things are related. I do.
I don't know. I got to get my tinfoil hat on, my conspiracy hat, because I got a theory too.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
Of course. You think John Mayer? Okay, so in that Hollywood Reporter article, the guy asks Andy about his relationship with John Mayer. What's going on? You guys are very affectionate to each other. People have questions, they have speculation. And Andy goes, oh, let them speculate. We're just two guys hanging out. Can't two guys hang out? And if people think we're sleeping together, we're absolutely not. And then John Mayer writes this absolute, did you read it? This most pretentious, giant worded in as so and therefore why. Bullshit. That was such a distraction to get the heat off Andy. Please. That was a fall thing. That is like you
Really?
calling me and going, look, New York Times just came out with an article. They're saying we're sleeping together. By the way, I've been accused of all these accusations at the workplace at Martha Stewart living. I need you to come out and say you were offended by the fact that people would imply that a gay man and a straight, I mean, give me a goddamn break. That letter was the most pretentious, over the top. Let me distract from my dear friend I will ride or die from. He wouldn't any no more offended. Oh, you don't think a rock star and a gay man? People speculate about everything. Mauricio with a dancer, Michael Jackson and Elizabeth Taylor. I mean, give me a fucking break. You're in the media. People speculate about your sexual. Don't get me. Why are you getting me wound up?
She's wound up,
Well,
guys.
how are you getting me wound up so early in this podcast? Because people get very upset with me. Now,
People are very upset last week with your. I mean, I am co-hosting with a very controversial figure here. People are very upset with you in your Ozempic rant. Now, a couple of women were like, "Go, Sarah. Yes, after 40, I do want to age gracefully." Most of the women, were disgusted with your rant. They said they want to put stuff in their face, and people are really upset with you for saying, "Why can't we grow old gracefully like Joan Rivers?" And they're like, "Honey, she was the walking poster child for surgeries and basically passed away because of a bot surgery." So I'm just telling you, people were very upset with you, Sarah. Very.
No, good point. Good point. And I know that Joan was actually a terrible example because Joan, I'm sure, would be using Ozempic if she were alive today. People reminded
Yes.
me Phyllis Diller had so much plastic surgery. I think what I enjoyed about those women, which you don't see much today, is the self-deprecating aspect that they had about themselves. Whereas Oprah and Dolores, and then I will move on from this topic. It's just they're always so serious and they're always so, it's so stupid, I guess. I just, I don't know. I'm looking for a woman of her 40s, 50s, 60s that just, I don't know. And maybe it's like Dame, oh my God, who's
Brooke
the,
Shields. Brooke Shields doesn't do anything.
yeah, she looks great. And so does Sarah Jessica Parker. And Sarah
She
Jessica
doesn't do
Parker even lights up a Marlboro Red. She just like, I'm not even having
really.
any work. Yes, of course she still smokes, which is horrible, but I feel like she takes a
Everyone fucking smokes
cigarette.
Luann, Dorit. Oh my gosh.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Anyhow, I'll get off of that, but it's sad. I wish there was a woman
You
that
you
just
think
owned
that
it.
and you think that John Mayer, this was
Yes,
a
I, I,
ruse. This was
I
a
think,
ruse.
I think that again, this to me is like Kyle and Mauricio. Do I feel as though, of course, they're really separated, their marriage is over, but do I also feel that they're like, you know what? This is really good for our shows. This is good for Mo's show. We're going to keep this speculation going 100%. I mean, these people are not, this isn't their first time to the rodeo. If John was offended by speculation, he wouldn't have gone on Watch What Happens Live and sang
Love song.
a love song to just serenading him with a guitar. And do I think they're sleeping together? No, but I think that that letter that John put up in this fake outrage was a let's like pull away, let's distract from the story. I, I just do. I think a lot of people also, so the Hollywood Reporter story came out. They asked Andy point blank about Ebony K. Williams, saying there was rampant racism. And, Andy's a genius. I think he's a genius. He goes, well, I don't produce that show anymore. I'm not her. I can't say from her experience, but look at all the things we've done now. All of our shows are diverse and we're helping women and then they go, okay, but what about the alcohol, that drugs and alcohol are used? He's been cleared and he says, look at all the people that are sober that have shot this show. Candy
Marge
Burdick,
doesn't right. Marge doesn't drink.
Marge
Jill
doesn't drink.
Zarin.
I mean, he has an answer for everything. How do I feel about Leah McSweeney?